Wow, that skipped for some reason just then. I don't know why. At 30 seconds, I'm going to change the scene, and then we will start. I need to start Zoom, so there we go. Look at that. That looks good. So let me get Zoom going. And I should have started that a minute ago, but I did not. I apologize for that. My bad. 100% my bad, but that's going to kick over in 8 seconds over to, hey, Tony Wallow, good evening. Good to see you again, my friend. Thank you for joining us. And wow, does that show up like I think it does? I hope not, because if it does, oh, it is. Let me go check this out right here. Oh, it is. Okay, so I got to turn these off. That's for later. There we go. Now, since I'm the only one here, that should be. I need to get an opening sequence, and I need to get this reworked. And the zoom window is correct. I just want to make it a little bit bigger. Make some adjustments to it here. Okay, as people join, that should get bigger. So let's hope that is the case. I do not like this right here running with the clock in there. And I do not understand. Oh, I do know why it's running there, because I have the timer set on my Zoom. So let me bring that back up. Yep, that's what that is. So for now, that's going to have to be that way. Nope, that's not a window. It is a window. What's going on? Okay, let's go figure this out real quick. And for a minute, I'm going to be away from chat. I need that. That's the one I want. Right click. Go to properties. Yeah, that's correct. Zoom window. I don't think it ever picked that time up, or if it did, I didn't notice it. Oh well, I'm going to leave it like it is. I'm just going to move it over here into the middle for right now, or what I perceive to be the middle, and continue to march. I got to see which ones are which here. Okay. I'll keep Zoom running. Maybe if I go full screen. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Not yet, anyway. If I go full screen, then that is horrible. Yeah, we'll put it like that for right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I spent all day working on some issues, and I don't want to have to repeat it. Kind of make sure I got the right thing going here. Yeah, I got the right thing going. So that's correct. Is it zoom? Yeah. And so apparently full screen gets rid of that little clock that was showing up over there. Let me bring back this so I can see. Hey, Tim Soul, good to see you. The Zoom credentials are the same. They've not changed. Let me move this out of my way. And that way I have some semblance of knowing what I'm doing. I need to try something later, maybe. Got an idea I'm flirting around with in my head. But we will see. It's been about 4 hours or so on Zoom today with a great guy, Darren, and Alex. Alex was off and on, of course. And we finally, as the description says, at 3 minutes and 16 seconds, solved the problem. And the problem wasn't the problem at all. The problem was me. I wasn't paying attention, or I wasn't paying attention. I was downloading a zip file, and then I thought the guy said you just go into the zip file and open it, and then ta-da, things would work. Well, it wasn't. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why, and then it kind of dawned on me, oh yeah, it's a zip file. You have to extract whatever's in the zip file. And the minute I did that, I mean, seriously, it just worked like a charm to a certain point. It works. It worked one time really good. And as you will see here in a minute, hey, Robert, good evening to you, sir. You should be about, what, an hour into your shift maybe? Yeah, bloody hell was there. And his doggone issues were back with his microphone again. I'm not sure what was going on there. He was talking away like I am now, and then all of a sudden that staticky, humming, horrible noise came back. So, I don't know. 1 hour and 12 minutes. Yeah, I thought you started around 8 o'clock at night. I wasn't sure. So, I was supposed to get dinner at 7. Yeah. Kind of knew when when I was told I'd get dinner at 7, I wouldn't get dinner at 7, but I was expecting a little quicker than 7:46. Especially since half dinner was cooked and ready by 5:30 tonight. But it was a good dinner. We had some pork with carrots and a squash called coyote, or chayote, I think is a pronoun. I always call it coyote. It's not. It's chayote, I believe. And there comes great guy. Boy, he's just been killing it with being first in lately. I may have to go make some adjustments here. See what that does. Oh yeah, that works out really good. As this fills up, this should bounce out really good, except that one box is a little bit off now. Hey Greg, welcome back.
Hey.
I figured you'd take the night off after the 3 hour and 16-minute debacle we went through today.
Just finished up about 20 minutes ago.
That's about the same amount of time with us. And then
Go ahead.
I struggled getting this set up because I couldn't get the doggone date and time that's showing up on the YouTube stream to show up on the YouTube stream. Then it dawned on me. I was trying to access something that was no longer active. Once I made it active, boy, it worked like it's like unzipping the file. When you unzip the file works. So anyway, good to see you again. I do appreciate your help this afternoon.
I didn't do much.
I do have some things to show you because I'm sure you know that after we got off and I walked away for a few minutes, I was right back on it, and you laughed.
I'm going to take a couple hours off and mentally rest.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. Well, I did take a little bit of time off and talk to 2 of the granddaughters. Try to talk to the grandson, and then I got a video on my other granddaughter. So that was a good evening. That was really good. One granddaughter was in a really funny mood. She didn't want to talk. She just wanted to play. That's all we did for about 10 minutes. And then the other granddaughter, she didn't want to talk, but she wanted to babble. She would go get a toy and hold it up, and I couldn't really understand what she was saying, but she was happy, so I pretended to be happy and understand, and she was good. So that was good. My son said he feels better. Going to go back to work tomorrow, and hopefully he'll find something out one way or the other. I said, when I got mine, they told me that day, about an hour later, that they didn't find anything and everything was good. So
that's good.
Yeah. So anyway, we got Tony in the house, Tim in the house, and Robert's in the house. I don't know where the professor's at. or Darren's asleep. 9:16 our time. Well, let's see. I can look at that clock and see that it's 3:14 in the morning over in his neck of the woods.
He's probably still asleep for another 3 hours.
I wonder if I were to send him a message, if he would get mad. No, I wouldn't do that. It's happened to both of us before. I'm not going to mention any names, Alex, but I wouldn't do it, not unless it was important.
Well, I did some figuring. I switched into State Farm. I saved myself a total of $1,752 every year.
Man,
They were charging me $2,600 a year, and State Farm is only going to charge me $848 for both vehicles.
that's crazy.
And I got towing added and car rent.
That's just same city, same basic travel amounts. Nothing. Your house doesn't change.
I took both my homeowners and my auto insurance policies with me that I just got in the mail.
Yeah.
And laid them down to her. She said, "Can you do better than this?" She said, "Oh, hell yes."
Yeah. 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 That's one of the ones I was dealing with that went on vacation. She actually wrote back and she said, "When you get moved, please bring in your stuff and let us look over it. I'm pretty sure we can beat it." So I'll give her the courtesy of doing that.
Check out State Farm. I mean, if
yes, I got State Farm now, and I was rather disappointed when I asked them what they would do as far as assisting me going over there, and the guy goes, "Nothing." And I'm like, "You're kidding me?" He goes, "No, different city, different, all the way around different." So I said, "Okay." So
and you only got one vehicle, right?
Yes, only one car.
I got two, and he's only 38. You know.
There you go, Robert. You got a couple years on him. You might get your wish. He might adopt you. You might get that food you were after last night. Yeah,
I messed up my hand somehow. I can't bend this finger. It's swollen a little bit.
Oh, man.
I mean, I have no problem doing that or this.
Just that one finger.
Right in that middle joint.
Yeah.
Man.
Is it arthritis?
I eat my smoked pork chops tonight.
Not arthritis, is it?
I don't think so. I think this has happened once before a long time ago. I don't know. I might take some Tylenol later tonight. See if that helps. I don't know if I jam my finger up under my pillow or something.
Yeah, you never know. Is it discolored in any way?
No. Not bruised. Haven't done any projects, work on a car or
Right.
anything like that.
Right.
It's supposed to be nice tomorrow. I might take.
And the professor joins us.
Up and wash and wax my car tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to be up early. We got to be in Champaign in the morning to get the oil changed, and then we'll probably goof around up there for a little bit. That's when I'll take my mental break from OBS. Either that or I'll tell Lauren, take a pen and paper in case this thought comes to me. Hey, Alex.
I think I'm going to do my oil change next month and my radiator.
I go by the numbers on the car, and every time it hits 5%, that's when I go do it. She panics at 30%, but we haven't had any issues yet, so I usually go.
As long as the oil doesn't have a bad smell or smell like gas,
Yeah,
it should be good for 5,000, 6,000 miles.
I haven't even looked at the mileage. I just go by that silly number, and maybe I'll pay attention to the miles this time around. I don't know. So what's Alex up to?
Oh, nothing.
No big trips planned for tomorrow? Hanging around?
No big trips for tomorrow.
You come over here and take my car up to Champaign if you want. I guarantee you the first thing they're going to ask me is, would you like to trade your vehicle in? Because the last time we were there, that's the first thing they asked us. I said, nope, we're just here for the oil change. So, But I do want to share something. I
did go by to see the new building the school put up over there.
Oh, you did today?
I went back to see it was already over there. Drove to the new campus to see. It's pretty nice. Didn't go in or anything, but from the outside, but it should be already ready to be.
Yep, there's Rick. So is this in anticipation that you're going to get this job? You're just getting familiar with the area?
No, I'm not going to get a job there. If I get this job that's available now, I'll be at the main campus.
Oh, okay.
Where I went to school for the past 8 years.
Okay. Well, as Alex knows, and Greg knows, and Darren knows, we worked on that little clock that's down there in the lower right-hand corner, which I will see if I cannot make that bigger. I'll just hide myself up here. We got this one to work after realizing something. And since then, I determined how to do that one. And of course, there's no hands because I haven't figured out how to do the hands yet. I did that one. And again, there's no hands. And I did this one. And I thought to myself, I'm going to stop right here because a clock's a clock is a clock.
Yeah.
Just different colors. My next step, which will probably be tomorrow afternoon, is I got to figure out how to get the hands in there. I did download that program called Brackets. Yep, and I did. That's how I changed all these. Is in brackets. And then I learned. Okay, so we'll do this live. I'm going to go down on OBS. I'm going to hit the plus sign. I'm going to add a browser. It'll be browser number 5. I'm going to put OK. I'm going to go to the local file. I'm going to browse. I'm going to try to remember where that's at. And I say that because it could be in one of 3 places. I'll go with green. We'll see if this works. And then I'll hit OK. And look, there it is. All that nonsense about you have to go into the bracket and change the CSS. I didn't do that. All I did was go into the file, clicked on it, hit OK, and it works just fine. And then, of course, you got to do this adjustment of getting rid of the, got to kind of trim it down just a little bit. And I struggle with that still, as you can tell. You got to be right on that thing, and then you got to hit the Alt key. So once you get it where you want it, then you grab the corners here and bring it down to the size you want. So I literally can put this clock down here in that little spot right there. Tomorrow I'll try to get hands put on them, and then I'm going to ask everybody tomorrow night. I probably will have a few to choose from. This clock right here is basically this clock right here. It's just got the black and silver edging around it and the red background. Now I don't know if I can change that in bracket or not. I'm going to try. So I'm going to turn these off so they're not distracting us. So I just wanted Greg to know it was not all for naught. It really wasn't. I did go, and you probably knew that I would. I did go try to learn it. Now, Kerry Holzman is live now. After power outage, power computer will no longer turn on. Now the bigger whom
At all is completely dead.
I'm just telling you what the thumbnail says. I'm gonna jump over to YouTube.
That sounds like a power supply win.
And I'm gonna right click and open this in a separate link and make sure the after power outage, computer were no longer. The original build was done in February 2015, and that's all it says. So, all we need now is Doug Betts to go live, and
Yeah.
we'll have Bonnie's, Carrie, Doug, and me. Choose your poison, so to speak. So, I know Bonnie's live. I got notification she was live. I have not gone over there and looked, so I have no idea. So you're thinking, Alex, that if I did a stream and identified it that tonight's show is going to be various pop-ups or various things flying across the screen, that would attract viewers and subscribers?
If you put it in the title, it's like clickbait or something. Yes.
Yeah, well, did that last night unintentionally.
Dazzling introduction.
There you go. Then it'll be a scrolling Star Wars this introduction. So
You guys know there's a new Star Wars movie coming out?
no.
Star Wars Luke Picard.
No, really? Just what we need.
It's on Paramount Plus. Which I don't have, so.
Oh, yeah, I did hear something about that. Uh-oh, I got a message. Yep, Tim just said Carrie is live right now. He must have left the stream.
Jeff said he'll be here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's early. There's good and bad to it. I mean, obviously, I can't plan this around. Why do I not see the? Oh, there it is. I think I need to change that background on the times because that white just threw me for a loop. And I need to get everybody else at. It's only 7:30 in Vegas right now. 7:30 in Seaside. 9:30. Well, I'm rounding it up. I'm doing the Filipino thing. 9:30 in Brainerd, 9:30 in Sheldon, 9:26 in Charleston, which is actually Mattoon, which is really silly. Out in Greg's neck of the woods in Great Mills. What's the third part of that? It's Great Mills.
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, I thought maybe there was another part of the city name.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, yeah. And over in Darren's neck of the woods, it's 3:26. So Alex will send him a text here in a minute and wake him up.
Newcastle.
Yep, and actually the name of his city is Newcastle something Tyne, Tyne. It was really interesting, and I don't know if I could expand that and show it or not. I think it does, but I'm not going to go mess with it right now. So, heard from BH Ringer today. He sent me 2 emails. The first one was, "What happened to Zoom last night?" And I said, I was leaving and I wanted to give the host to someone, but everybody said to go ahead and close it, so I closed it. And the second email was, "Oh, I stepped away for a minute to bring in some firewood." So I felt kind of bad about that. And then he asked me if I'd heard from Blackwatch. I have not. I did send him an email this morning. Yeah, Jeff says see you in a bit in the chat room. Yeah. So I do want to go see if he's over in Bonnie's real quick, just to make sure he's all right. And chat shows. Oh boy, chat. Oh yeah, 908. He made a comment. Oh, he's a moderator there now. Whoa, he's moving up in the world.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he'll be back in a little bit. He'll pop in and say something smart, then leave. So.
Well, you know, he'll be streaming broadcasts on YouTube. Blackwatch show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Do Canadians do the streaming thing?
Do what, Rick?
Do Canadians do the streaming thing?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, in fact, I know they do. I'm trying to think. I follow a guy that's Canadian.
Mortski.
Well, I know they do streaming
not
because
one.
Linus Tech Tips is from Canada.
Half-ass Customs. He restores old vehicles.
Is that
There's
Alex?
another Canadian.
You putting on a set of headphones?
There's another
Around
Canadian
his
guy.
neck.
Yeah, I thought it was headphones.
It was.
That's what I thought. I'd get my eyes checked, but man.
He must not be able to hear us.
No, he's got himself muted. He's probably watching Carrie, maybe. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Even though he watches them after his...
Bonnie.
No, he's not watching Bonnie. No. Yeah, they are headphones. Maybe. Yeah, that's
He
what
was
they
wearing them in the van the other day.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, he's putting his earbud in now. Trying to. Yep, no. Oh, wait a minute. I think he's doing what I did today. Are you setting up two different sound sources? Just nod your head yes if you're setting up two sound
Yes,
sources.
I am.
That's what I thought.
Sound sources.
Yeah, I've got, earlier today I had Zoom coming out of one monitor and I had the YouTube stream coming out of another monitor. It wasn't as confusing as I thought it was going to be. And there was about a 5-minute adjustment to figuring things out, but after that, it wasn't too bad. Because I needed to listen to see what step I was missing in learning that clock. And he may have said you had to unzip the file or extract the file. I don't know if he did. I didn't hear it. And we watched that video 15 times, so but that was all it was. I downloaded it and he showed just going into it, and he said open it, double click on this one thing, open this other thing, and it would work. Wouldn't work for me. It always kicked me over to the internet. As soon as I extracted it and did it, then it worked just fine. So 3 hours and 16 minutes because I wrote it down. That's how upset I was. Not to mention, I started swearing like a sailor, and Alex left because it was hurting his ears.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt his virgin ears on swearing.
Yeah. And my wife looked at me and she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I'm fine."
I didn't leave because you.
I know. I'm just teasing.
I used to play Grand Theft Auto when I had a PlayStation 2. So.
There was a game that would piss me off.
There's a game I would never understand how to play.
Well, I could play it, but oh my god, it's just
Yeah, I'm
the
just,
car was shit. It doesn't go where I want it to. And that's when I started cussing like a sweater, and the controller took a flight across the room.
yeah, Lorna plays a game on her phone. Basically, it's a match game. You match 3, 4, 5 things together, and it does different various things. And I swear the game cheats because she'll let me play it every now and then, and I'll get the 2 things you want lined up. I'll go to put them together, and I'll be doggone if every time I go to put them together, instead of moving together, one of them moves to the left and one of them moves to the right. So you can't tell me the game's not cheating. It makes me so mad. I have 0 games on my phone. I don't want any games on my phone. Keeps her happy. So she was showing me yesterday when the electrician was here. She goes, "Look at the graphics on this game." I'm like, that's real nice. So anyway, I know Greg did all day. He sat there and watched me babble on about putting a clock on there. And Alex, for the most part, was out gallivanting through the good state of Arkansas. And Rick worked all day.
Yep, 10 hours.
We worked hard.
7 to 5.
You were physically out and about, or was it all from home?
I was out around town.
Yeah. Not shoveling snow, I hope.
No.
Computer work.
Yep.
Good.
And like I told Alex when we were messaging earlier, there's some of my customers I just love to smack upside the head. Like, what are you doing? Well, boy, you could do that, you know. Let me fix this. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's probably how Greg felt when he was sitting there yelling at the screen, "Unzip the zip file!"
Wouldn't do that.
No, I know. Yeah, you learn stuff. I mean, I believe it or not, I didn't pay that much attention, and I went back and watched it again, and I still do not hear where he says extract it or unzip it. Just like that thing with the color where he says you download it and paste it in there. Where's he pasting it at? Because he never did show you. Now I will say,
he doesn't show all of his steps. He says it, but he doesn't show it.
well, yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. Everyone that teaches DaVinci Resolve and Sony Vegas Pro and OBS, and there's a couple other ones. It's like it's a national trade secret or something. They just don't. If I know it and you ask, I'm going to tell you. It's just like with this moving from lower thirds deal. I wrote Scott an email, and he replied, "It's all in timing." And Greg will tell you, we sat here and went through them boxes, and there's no timing in there unless you max it out. Maybe that's what you got to do, is max it out, and after it goes through 7 hours of box 1, it jumps down to box 2. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I still think what Dr. Rob said is true. I still think it's going to be a script. Now that I have that program on here, I may play around with it. So in 2 weeks, you guys will see my new stream. Well, you're not going to believe what I did. Brackets is pretty cool. All you got to do is open up any CSS file, and it brings it on there, and then you just go through and find what you want to change. I originally was doing it the way Scott showed us how to do it, by pasting it in there, but then I figured out I don't need to do that. You just use it from within, so to speak.
Gary.
Yep, there's Gary.
Hello.
Hey, Gary.
Hi, Gary. What's going on, guys?
Oh, I just was showing him the debacle of the 3 hour and 16-minute learning curve today.
What you learn how to do?
Well, I'll show you here in a second. So I'm just going to pop these back up rather quickly. If you'll notice on the stream, on the YouTube stream, there are now 5 new clocks. I'll unhide Alex and hide myself. You got the red one that's got hands with a red background. And you got a purple one, no hands. I don't know what this color is here, no hands. A red border, no hands. And the newest one I just put in there, green, no hands. Tomorrow's afternoon is I'm going to try to learn how to put the hands back on them, which I know where to go. I don't know how to do it. This clock right here took us 3 hours and 16 minutes. And it was Darren, Greg, at times Alex, and myself. But we finally got it. The reason I know it was 3:16 is I wrote the time down. Anyway, it was a good learning lesson. As I just demonstrated a while ago, I'll add one more. Browser number 6. Somebody give me a color.
Magenta.
You got it. Is that close enough to magenta for you, or you want it closer? Oh, wait a minute. That's the same as that one, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the same color as that one. So let's modify
Gold.
that.
Gold or yellow?
Gold or you want? Yeah. Okay, I'll just get this one.
You know, when you're ordering printer ink, they call red, magenta, blue, cyan, but guess what they call yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow. Why don't they have a funny name? Why don't they have a funny name for yellow like they do red and blue?
I do not know. So that looks like that's about all I can crop that down to, and then we'll bring it down to size and put it over here. So again, I got to figure out how to add the hands in there. And once I do that, then we'll take it to the next level, which I don't know what the next level would be. Browser 5, browser 2, then that should be back to the normal way of doing things. Of course, I didn't allow for the delay, so I don't know how bad that looked. I know it wore me out too. I didn't even take a nap.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I started to just not do anything, but I thought, no, doggone it, I'm going to figure out how to do at least one clock. One led to two. And then I'm like, oh, this is working out real good. And then I noticed there are no hands on it. So I did not go down that rabbit hole today. I said, no, I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I probably will. So we had a discussion earlier today if on my channel, do I need to bring in the fancy dancy things like the ship flying through the background and the explosions and all that? And I think the consensus was not at this time. So, or if I put it in the stream, in the description and the title, then it might be okay. We will see. I will be getting a green screen once we get moved. Probably a camera, probably the umbrella lights, maybe a graphics card. That has nothing to do with what I'm doing here. The graphics card, that is.
I'd wait 3 or 4 months on the graphics card. Let the prices go down.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till my birthday month, and that's in June, and I'll still looking for one then.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking they're gonna be a little high by then. They would have come down considerably, but not down to MSRP yet.
Yeah. Probably a
close, but not there.
Blue Yeti type of microphone or something along those lines. I haven't really made up my mind on that yet. I'm still ruling out the boom mic or the mic that's coming out of the wall or whatever, and you can pull it down. I don't see the necessity for that. I think the Blue Yeti will be fine. And maybe a new computer chair.
I need to get a new computer chair. This arm on the left side is
Okay,
apart.
I got a little levity. What's the 3rd of September?
I don't know. I have to look at a calendar.
Yeah, me too.
It's a very somber day.
I'd like to phone a friend.
I don't know. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's music.
The day the music died? I don't know. September?
You're actually, that's almost correct.
Really?
It's the day that Motown. How about now?
Wow. I'll go out on a limb here. Aretha Franklin's birthday?
No, it's the day that Daddy died. That was the day that Daddy died. Never got a chance to see him.
That's right. I'm trying to think of who sang that song.
Temptations. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yep, I knew the song was Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
I had the Still Waters Run Deep album on Reel to Reel years ago.
Yeah, I haven't listened to much music lately. Can't throw that away. That's in contention right now. So until that gets resolved, that can't be thrown away. Okay, so my notes from last night went where? Oh, geez, I lost them. Why did I take all those notes only
In
to
the
lose them?
trash can.
Yeah, more than likely. More than likely. That's why I've never been big on taking notes, because I usually end up losing them.
Tape them to your monitor.
Right next to your password.
Yeah.
I can't see you guys. I got all these sticky notes on my monitor. I can hear you.
I said to the sides.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't hear that
The
part.
little black triplets around it.
Yeah. Or you could use the Windows 7 had sticky notes, did it not?
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Still
mom
had-
does.
And it still had clip
Does Windows 10 have sticky notes?
You can get them.
Yep, it's got them. It comes it's one of them preloaded Windows Store apps.
Oh.
I never use it.
It was helpful for a while. Well, it loaded it. Oh. Wow, it carried over something.
You must be check if he's over.
Huh. Well, on October 13th, I had wrote a sticky note to call AT&T and complain about something. How do you delete a sticky note? I'll play your silly game. How do you delete a sticky note?
Erase it and close it. Don't save it.
Now you go to the, I already got rid of it. You don't hit the X to close it. You go to the little trash can next to the X, and that gets rid of it. Here again, things you know and things you do on a daily basis, I'm sure, just seem to get lost when I do stuff.
I uninstalled it.
Hey, I was talking to my wife today. I got a computer that's got an 11980 in it and a 3080 graphics card. Where can I take it to slow down some? And she said, "How about Carrie? Anybody in chat here then?"
Your wife's a Carrie Holzman fan?
No, she said if I want to get my computer to slow down, take it to him. He can do that.
Oh.
Oh.
Speaking of Carrie,
Advise you against that.
is he still rambling on? Yep.
He's still bullshitting. He ain't doing anything.
Yeah, he's got the K. Yep. Power supply sitting on top, and yakking away. I don't have much room to talk though. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should get a computer tower and put it behind me.
And tell the people listening you're teaching them something that they don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. There might be one or two people I've taught maybe one or two things to. I don't put that number very high. Go see if our wandering child is still over where he was at a while ago.
Do Black Watch.
Yeah.
What's that? What's the name? Bonnie or Chuck? Or both?
Bonnie. They're pretty good about not broadcast or streaming at the same time. Yeah, 9:36. He made another comment, so 14 minutes ago, that was his last comment. So he's still sitting there in the shadows. He is a moderator again. That just surprises me. I wonder if he posted a link. Is why they made him a moderator. And I don't subscribe to Chuck, so I don't know if Chuck's even streaming or not. So
I figure they're going hot tonight. And I don't know what time the speech is on, but State of the Union.
Yeah, it started at 9 o'clock.
Yep, 9 East, 8, or no, was it 9 East, 8 Central? I seen an advertisement for it. I was watching the news to get the weather, and I seen they were advertising it. Nora O'Donnell said something about it. And we watched another episode of Reacher while we were enjoying dinner.
Another or new?
Well, it's still in the same first season. I think it was episode number 6.
Oh, okay, because we've seen all 8.
Does the 7 and 8 pretty good?
I'm not going to tell you anything real, but
Oh, come on.
Depends on how quick you are. 8 is what you think it'll be.
It's not what I think it will be?
In a way, it's what you think it'll be.
Okay, so Bruce McGill, I think's his name. The new sheriff. Is he involved?
You asked, yes.
Okay, then I was correct on that.
Well, I mean, that was easy. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. That was. I'll give you that. That was pretty. He might as well walk down in that room saying, "I'm a bad guy."
I know nothing about being a sheriff. I'm going to make myself sheriff.
Yeah, and then I told Lorna tonight when we were watching episode 6. I said, the banker's wife is involved in this, and sure enough, she comes clean of her involvement. What little bit it was. So okay, good. I'll finish that up tomorrow night during dinner. If I can get someone to cook dinner at a reasonable hour.
Yeah, I'll say one more thing about the sheriff guy. I mean, the big hit was where the town had really no murder and no really bad crime.
Right.
So he wants the black guy, the detective.
Yeah, the detective. Yep.
You know, take all of his time looking at past criminals for some guy to get out of jail, kill 4 people.
Yep.
You sent me to jail for shoplifting. I'm going to kill you. I like jail that much. I want to go back.
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit, we had 500 murders. Maybe. You have no murders, and you're going to want to get out of jail and come and kill the sheriff. And torture him, too.
Yep. I know. It's
because he likes the food.
Yeah.
It's the shoplifting and going back. He wants to make sure he doesn't get back up. You know?
Man, some dude just asked Carrie, has he ever experienced death in your family? I'd almost want to listen.
Yes, I think his dad died, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe. I think he's sick, but I don't think he died. No, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I think he did several years ago.
I don't know. I really don't.
I can't remember, but I think his dad, but maybe not. I can't remember.
Uh-oh. Somebody talked tech. Power supplies have fuses. Maybe you should fix. Maybe you'll be able to fix it. That's too technical.
Apparently, there's going to be at least 3 seasons of the new series Reacher.
That's what they. Oh, I will tell you. Here's another one I'll let you have. At the very, very last scene, this kind of not scruffy, but kind of like he belongs in the town, working class guy, bumps into Reacher. You know, I'm sorry, no big deal. You know,
Right.
That's the writer, Lee Childs.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they're going down the what's his name? The guy that did Spider-Man, Stan.
Or Stephen King.
Yeah. Gosh dang it, what was his name? Stan.
Unusual?
No. Yeah. Yeah. The baseball player. No. Oh, come on, brain.
You asked the wrong question.
The guy that did the Marvel comic stories?
Yep.
Yeah, Stan something.
Stan Lee.
That's it.
Man, should have known that. Yeah, he had a cameo appearance in just about every one of the Marvel movies that were made in some form or fashion. Except for maybe this last one. I don't think they did what they do when people have passed away and bring him in as from a former scene or whatever.
And actually, this has very little to do with the show, but I guess his Childs, his brother did the show out of the books now. Retired from that character.
Oh, is that why they killed him? Because he retired from it?
What do you mean they killed him?
Wow. Is anybody watching the YouTube feed?
I'm watching several of them.
Mine keeps blinking on my monitor. I don't know if it's my monitor or if it's going out that way.
Frozen right now. I am.
No, it's not.
I'm not frozen. I'm good here. Alex looks frozen. There he woke
No,
up.
he's not. He's just
Everybody's frozen.
Yeah, Reacher's brother got killed in about episode
not frozen.
3,
See?
I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I mean, in real life, Lee Child's, the author, is retired from the Reacher character and letting his brother take over the Reacher character.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of wild. You know? I'm making $1 billion off this character. You want to take it over?
Yeah, really.
Can you put 2 words together? Yeah, here, make yourself $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are wanting him to get to work, and Terry just keeps flapping his mouth. So I'm getting off his channel, going to someone else. You're there to work, Terry. You're not there to flap your jaws.
Yeah.
No, that's my job.
That's what Terry has said many times ago. He'd rather talk than do work. If work's there, he'll do it, but he's turning it more into a chat channel than a work channel.
Yeah. I think I'll go on there and say, hey, Terry, I thought you built computers. He'll bounce me out.
Oh, you know, there's a clickbait title for you, Alex. I'll put the title on there in the description one night that I'm going to build a computer. Boy. And I'm going to put Windows 11 on it.
Hey, Ken,
Yes.
Make it 12.
Yeah, really.
You know how to turn your computer on.
Let me grab the manual. Hold on a minute.
Good computer, pretty computer, sweet computer.
Be right back. Gotta walk
Sugar on top.
Yeah. I did watch about
You've asked that question twice already.
maybe 15 minutes of this girl that's just getting started out in California, and she's getting better. I will give her credit for that. I mean, she's trying. She's putting forth all the effort and doing what she needs to do. So I'd like to see her succeed. Yeah, I'm on the wrong channel here, so let me jump back to mine. Oh, we're getting, doggone it, keep getting these messages retracted. We were doing that yesterday yesterday. Alex went to Tennessee before he got started. Tony and I were playing around. So.
Mississippi.
Yeah, I know you went to Mississippi, Tennessee, one of them southern states.
You said Tennessee, but it's
Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana.
But they got to go to college and learn to speak English.
I hate to see myself in another 10 years.
What do you like question?
My dad moved to Florida when he retired. And the joke is, he used to say he didn't go south, he went to New York.
Well, this move coming up in now 10 days or so is going to be the last move. I might vacation in Florida, but I don't intend to ever move again.
I mean, as much as I would like to smash Carrie in the face for just the hell of it, and Nathan's an answer. Hey, Carrie, have you ever experienced a death in your family?
Yeah, I seen that.
That guy has asked that question 3 times, and Terry's ignoring it.
Well, I mean, I'll give that much to Carrie. He's 50. Duh.
Oh, he's got his phone now.
Yeah, that's the new one. Because someone asked him if he got the new Samsung, whatever it was. And
I don't think that's a Samsung 22, because I think the 22 has 5 cameras on the back. That only had 3. Might be. I don't know anything about those old. I like the iPhones, the better ones. Right, Ken?
iPhone what?
I said I don't like those Androids. I like the good phones.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good or not, but I've had an iPhone for a good number of years.
What are you talking about, Gary? The Androids are the good phones.
You don't see people.
They are, but the batteries don't last long.
I don't know. I don't see.
Correction.
I don't see people who know.
My battery lasts last a long time. I was
I'm getting to thousands of people I know across the United States that after they bought their phone and their Android phones, they had to get them replaced after about 6 months. I just haven't done one yet. But it does need to be replaced. It has been for over a year. I just haven't done it yet. I'm waiting for my phone to blow up. Then I can take it back to Verizon and say, put it on the counter and say, yeah, I think I need a new phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
what kind of phone is it?
Motorola. Which is, I don't know, it's okay. It works, but yet it doesn't work.
Probably part of the reason why it's not a good phone is because you got it from Verizon.
I won't get it any other place but Verizon. I don't trust anybody else.
Oh, okay. He does have an S22, but he doesn't have the good one. He has the one that everybody gets.
So I think
what I mean is I have a Motorola phone, last year's model Motorola phone that I got from Amazon to use my track phone service, and it works perfectly fine. Has 128 gigabytes of storage and 6 gigs of RAM.
So that's all.
So I think Alex has a question for Gary from earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
I know nothing.
That was easy.
Nothing, hear nothing.
These closed questions tonight, you have to wait till tomorrow.
I'll see that one night later.
It's kind of like with me. I'm done answering tech questions for the day. I did that for 10 hours today. Nah, I don't. Nah.
Better wait till tomorrow then, Alex, and ask your question.
Go ahead.
No, it's a tech question.
Why answer it? We're kind of done for the day, aren't we?
Oh, I was done for the day about 2 hours ago.
I noticed. Yes. I noticed yesterday, when I was coming home from Mississippi, I was having a bad cell phone reception. I wasn't able to connect to our website, but I was able to connect to other websites. So I thought it was an issue on my end with our website. So I restored a backup of our website I restored yesterday early mornings automatic backup, and of course that didn't fix it, but now I'm seeing my Git is showing that plugin I have in WordPress that tells me where people look at my website from. It's telling me that I'm looking at our website from my home internet connection in Arkansas, but it's a plugin that's telling me that I'm looking at it from Ohio. Can you explain why?
Yep. That one I know for a fact because we get that. We kind of get in trouble where I'm at.
Broadcasting this on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Alex, I'm not joking with you. I can tell you right now, the machine I'm on in the internet service provider has some, what do you call it, tower set up in Ohio. I am over 100 miles from Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, about 300 miles. That's where it says this is from, because that's where your ISP is getting it. So you may be getting with your phone, I think you're using probably, correct? You're getting on, let's say, Mississippi, and you're bounced around from towers, and it gets to Ohio, then it gets on the internet. That's where your place, I think you said Texas, it sees you coming from Ohio.
But the crazy thing is it's showing my home IP address, and before when it showed that, it showed it as Little Rock, which is way closer.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. All your IP is to your ISP through your phone, so that's cool. But your ISP does not always come out of Little Rock. You may be shooting you to San Diego, California tomorrow, and then you go to Texas, where your website is, from San Diego. So think of it this way. You're not getting on the proverbial internet until Ohio, wherever in Ohio it is. You still have someplace with your IP 123 to get back to Alex's whatever, phone, laptop, tablet, whatever you're using.
The question I posed to him when he pointed that out was 3 slots below it, there were 2 entries from Shanghai, China. And I said, my concern would not be the Ohio one, but the one coming out of Shanghai, China.
Yeah, I don't understand why I'm getting a lot of hits on our website from China.
Probably, I mean, seriously, just somebody bouncing around the internet. I mean, we think, everybody thinks it's the quickest route. So route from your phone should be here, and you're there. But it's electronic. It's like your M.2 drive in your computer. It just doesn't go to the farthest space, the next. It just goes over here, over there, just zigzag. So it gets up here, drops down, says it's in Ohio, and it goes to California, goes to Texas, wherever.
Right.
Do a trace route from your device to your website. See how it hops around.
Would a VPN reflect maybe you're in Shanghai, China?
A VPN will reflect what you tell it to reflect, but remember, a VPN still has a fixed amount of IP addresses. Let's say you're in Shanghai, China, and you want to say that you're in America.
Mm-hmm.
They can't grab an IP address that's registered to Microsoft. Because it's already a used internet IP address. So on the internet, they have a list. Let's say you go to NordVPN and buy their service.
Right.
There is a list of all the IP addresses that they are authorized to use. And for some reason you want to block NordVPN, you just block all their IP addresses. Simple. So if, let's say, Russia, for politic reason, wants to keep anybody that's trying to VPN from Russia, wink, 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 they just block all the Nord IP addresses and still can't get there. I think I told you guys last year I got in not trouble, but I had blocked all of Russia's IP addresses coming into our company. Not because I don't like Russia, but we did no business with them, so they need not be on our websites. That's simple. Guess what? We actually did some business with Russia, and they couldn't pay us. They couldn't get to our website. That's not a good thing.
Would think not. I have a question. I know Biden said he's going to restrict Russian from flying over American airspace.
Yeah, right.
Just out of curiosity, what little bit of the world I can remember, but why would Russia fly over American airspace to go to the Ukraine?
He's saying everywhere. But I'm not watching.
I didn't watch it. I was checking the basketball score and it popped up on there. So.
Well, that might be blocking Russian airlines from coming in. Aeroflot.
Oh, okay.
They can't land in New York with people that are on business. But
I don't know.
One of them clickbait things then. Okay.
Well, I agree with you, Joe. That's what I was getting ready to say. Not to take it away from you. But what they say, they're low on fuel. So they say they can't land in New York? Humanitarian reasons?
Don't know.
I would bet
the scary thing is that Putin wants to start playing with nukes. That's his way of ending it. Well, there's some people who are saying they think he's gotten a little more unstable. I guess time will tell.
Yeah.
A little unstable? He's completely off his rocker.
Well,
I mean, by comparison to what he used to be.
I heard the other day that he was saying something he didn't even know what he was saying. racist stuff he was saying. Oh wait, that wasn't him. Never mind.
Yes,
My,
the Ukrainians are giving him more of a hard time than he expected.
That's Jeff. I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but go look at some stuff on that side of the world. It's not the same as we're hearing.
That's a shock.
Well, I haven't actually looked into it. I don't mean to start a long-winded discussion about it here.
No. I don't want to disagree with you, but we have a couple of Ukrainians at work, and they're saying the opposite because they're talking to people in Ukraine on their cell phones.
Okay.
And where you
Well,
hear,
I would believe that more, perhaps.
yeah, one guy said he's lost like all the men in his family have been killed so far.
Oh, I have no doubt there's a lot of death and destruction. I don't know where he is now. I used to work with a fellow off and on from Belarus. I guess they're already pretty much under the thumb of Russia at this point.
Yeah, the country, yes.
This guy was an interesting situation. This has been, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago when I met him. He came over here and worked with the group I was working with at the laboratory in Tennessee. And he was the epitome of what PhD candidates worry about. And in fact, I know a lot of PhDs who have had dreams after the fact where they are back in school and something happens, something screws up and they don't get their degree. Actually happened to this guy. He's from Belarus when the Soviet Union was still a thing. He was in Moscow working on his graduate degree in physics or whatever it was in, and the Soviet Union breaks up. And he had just finished his dissertation and his oral defense of it. And because the Soviet Union broke up, he did not get his degree. And I think 10, 15 years later, he finally managed to scrape some things together and get it awarded to him in his home country. But it was one of those things that people have nightmares about. Everybody I know who has PhD has had that dream at one point in time or another.
Well, this was with my dad, so I know it's at least as real as my dad. But he had friends from Cuba that had a medical degree and came over here with the cancer thing. And they couldn't prove they were doctors.
Well, I want to tell you another story. When I was getting my cancer treatments from my urology group a year and a half ago, the nurse who was administering the treatments, the doctor's office, was an MD in Venezuela, and her degree is not recognized in the United States.
I have two questions for you. Can she prove she at least has it?
Yeah, I think she can prove she has it, but simply didn't recognize. So what she was doing, she was going back to school here, not to become an MD, but to become a nurse practitioner.
Right.
And she said that she could do 90% of what she could do as a physician once she got her nurse practitioner's license.
I didn't know we didn't recognize her from MD. I mean, I believe it. It's enough.
Well, I mean, she didn't say that initially. My doctor had explained that. He said, well, you know, you're actually getting your treatments from a real doctor. And I said, what? And he said, no. Maria had her MD. She was a practicing urologist when she was in Venezuela. And she can't practice here. And it's like, when we were in South Carolina, we met a waitress at, gosh, I'm having a senior moment here. Golden Corral. And she was a veterinarian in the Philippines. And she couldn't practice here without going back to school for about another year and a half, and she couldn't afford to go back.
Right, yeah.
You know, so run into things like that.
I'm in a bad mood tonight. I gotta say it. What's the difference between a veterinarian and a cook in the Philippines? A chef cook. Pets, dogs, bats.
Cooks.
I'm not going to go down my smart aleck answer that popped in my head, but I'm trying to watch the last 1.2 seconds of this basketball game because I want to see Purdue lose.
Yeah.
They're currently down by 3.
Anybody been watching Carrie? I'm watching him, but I've got it on mute. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Sitting there flapping his lips. Looks to me like it's a computer either he built or somebody built following his instructions. He's got a little badge on the front that looks sort of like the one he sent me.
No, he said he built it in 2015.
Okay.
That's the only thing in the description. It says
Oh, yes.
after power outage
Build
computer.
was done by me in February 2015.
Yep. So.
All right.
I'm watching the chat, Jeff. I don't particularly like Carrie, as you've heard, but some idiot keeps asking if you've had anybody die in your family.
Yeah, Carrie's ignoring it. He will ignore those kind of questions because he'll say it's none of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
Family apparently is none of our business, and I don't understand that because anybody else on YouTube, Big Twip, whoever, they bring out their wives and their children, but this guy won't. This is none of your business.
You what, Greg?
Look at the YouTube chat.
Oh.
Whose YouTube chat?
Oh my goodness! Oh, you mentioned China, and look what happens.
Oh, somebody. Tony caught them all.
It's Korean workers. I don't know. Huh.
That's not Korean.
Well, there's a thing down there that says Korean workers on the bottom.
Yeah, I see that. Korea, CNN, BBC, CIA, Korean workers. But I guarantee you, there is Bakong Kyondong Dong. I don't know what that one is.
I don't know enough Chinese. I have a lot of Chinese friends, but I don't read any Chinese at all.
Hey, Ken, I
Yes.
want to share something. I want to share something just for a minute to show Gary.
All right, go ahead.
That's what I get when I do a trace route from my computer to my website, and it doesn't show here that it's going through Ohio. It says it's going says it's AR.US. I assume AR is, of course, Arkansas. So
Okay, what's GT&T net? Where's that at?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it's not picking up where it starts, it's picking up where it ends.
That's all Greek to me, but the thing I want to point out, Alex, were you not driving down the road when you were trying to check that site when that happened?
Yeah, so what I'm saying, you're at home right now, so sorry to interrupt, Ken.
Oh, you're fine.
No, but you're coming down, your site, it's Texas, correct? Is seen towards the bottom, one of these three guys. So find out where they are at right now and see what you're picking up.
I don't think he knows how.
Go to ip4gt.net on who is, and you should be able to get what you need.
Lino.com is a website. They're a web hosting provider.
Yeah, but it's GTT.
GTT.net.
And Alex, the other thing, the trace spread. I mean, you do them one right after another, they will be different at times. Doesn't have to be, but they can be.
Who the fuck is? Oh, let's see. Okay, that's stay away from that.
It doesn't. When I type in GTT.net into who is, it doesn't show me man, I'm not scrolling down far enough.
I do know who is on.
It says it's Virginia.
Now, who are you getting when you do that now? Are you getting Arkansas, Virginia, or what?
If I do who he is on GTT.net, it shows state as being VA, which is Virginia.
Yeah, but what does your website see?
You can share your screen and show us. I don't have any problems with that.
No, but if you just did it with that, what does your website think coming from?
I have to log in. I'll log in and show you.
The algorithm picked up on that pretty quick. I wonder. Makes me wonder. Think about this a minute.
Oh, Ken?
Yeah.
I was curious what you said about Korea or Korean.
Mm-hmm.
When I did a translate, it said it was Korean.
Yeah, there's all of that's not Korean. There's one Korean right there. There's two Korean right there, which looks to be the same exact thing. No, it's not. Two different sentences there.
And I don't know. I just wondered what it was saying. Can North Korea workers, or Labor Party, yada yada, gives a shit. I don't care.
Ah, doggone it. Well, Purdue did lose, by the way.
They should go have a beer and a whiskey.
Yeah, really. Call the Boilermaker.
One translation is something about I love Godzilla.
No, that's Japanese.
The Korean notation used by the Workers' Party of Korea is, and then the symbols. The Republic of Korea is called the Workers' Party of Korea. Okay.
So the first part says Workers' Party of Korea. Then the second part down here, which I gotta go find it. Where's that at? Right there. It says what does it say? You get it figured out yet, Alex?
It says Japanese detected.
Yeah, North Korean. There is two things in there that is maybe. Okay, so there's the second line down, the middle thing that's in the crazy brackets. That's Korean. And then the 1, 2, 3, fourth line down, second thing over from the right, that's Korean. The rest of it is either Japanese or Chinese, and I'm not sure. I know one of them's Chinese. I don't know what the other one is. I've been away from it for too long, though.
I bet he got it off of some propaganda site.
Yeah, well, he's been around since 2019. I went to his channel.
The last hit, this plugin is showing, this Mr. Traffic plugin is showing that I have on here, is my IP address coming out of Arkansas, but it's showing the state as being Ohio.
What time was that?
That was 6:56 p.m. our time, so almost 7 o'clock.
So go back to this afternoon at 3:19 or whatever the time was when we did those ones we did and see what shows up there. I'm going to guess it might be the one that's showing up on Elvira.
I tell you what I think it is. This plugin, this is a plugin, and every once in a while these plugins get an update on this WordPress.
Okay.
And I think when the last time it did an update recently, and I think the last time this particular plugin got an update, it messed up some stuff. So
is this on your website, Alex?
Yes.
Went to China though.
Yeah, that's again. That's the first thing that caught my eye.
You and Blackwatch are separatists and terrorists and white supremacists.
Speaking of Blackwatch, he just made a comment in Carrie's.
Yeah, he did. Still gonna leave YouTube for good tonight.
Yeah, he'll be back tomorrow.
So Alex, my friend,
I do. Yeah.
he misspelled a U, but that's all right.
I gotta leave my two for good night.
For good.
For
tonight.
good. He's saying he's not coming back to YouTube. Trust me, he'll be back.
Well, I think he just means gotta leave it for good just for tonight.
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what it says. Good for tonight. I will miss you. Well, maybe he's not coming back. He's telling people he's gonna miss them. Another military guy. Nowadays. Wonder why he's getting so temperamental over some things. Now he said he's leaving YouTube. I doubt he is. I think he's just saying that so a few people will leave him alone.
Yes, Tony Wallow, I did get a good surprise today, and we'll revert back to that hopefully this month, and I'll give everybody the backstory on that. But yes, I did get a very good surprise today. Thank you very much. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, or as the picture that I found today of the guy spilling the beans, spill the beans. That's kind of a joke with Lauren and I, because one Filipino guy we knew, he was like, "Oh, come on, tell me everything. Spill the beans. Let me know. Spill the beans." Every time we'd see him, he was like, "Spill the beans." He was funny.
Yes, man, if I turn you off, you're still here.
Yeah. Hit me up on other platforms. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Do not know. So, Alex, you said you think the update screwed things up. Are you telling me that updates can sometimes mess things up?
Yes, I am.
It has a tendency to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, I was kind of saying that facetiously.
It's
Having
fine.
just experienced it with OBS and a couple other things. My display monitors.
But it's fine. I'm not worried about it. Everything else, as far as managing the actual website, deleting stuff, making pages and stuff like that, all the normal website stuff still works. It's just not displaying the correct states for.
I think before I delve into this program I got tonight, I'll do a complete backup of everything, and that way if I do what probably will happen and I screw it up really good, I'll just restore it. So, because I will use that if I can in some of the things I want to do in OBS. Kind of pick it apart, and the example that he showed that you can change the color and it's instant. I like that. I don't want to do it online, I don't think, because be my luck, I'd do something online thinking I'm only seeing it here and it's going to be affecting someone over there or somewhere else. I don't want to do that. If I do it locally, then the only thing I can screw up is my system. What's the name of that program again, Greg? Bracket?
Brackets?
Yeah, Bracket.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Jeff, you want to see what we spent hours doing today? Sure you do.
Sure.
Thanks for
Just
asking.
look at my background. I'm waiting.
No, you have to watch the stream on YouTube.
All right.
I'm going to pop these up in 3, 2, 1. What? There's 1. There's 2.
It's not dumb, but what is it?
Three.
Plant? Another clock.
Well, sort of, kind of. This one, the one that's over me, is I got the hands and the second hand. The other clocks, if you'll notice, do not.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, honestly. Greg and I will spend another 3 hours tomorrow working on it.
And probably me too.
And probably Alex will pop in and out, and Darren will be there. But anyway, this is what Dr. Rob was referring to last night, that it's easier. It was not easier. It took a little over 3 hours to figure it out. And then once I got this, I went and figured out how to change the faces of the clocks. But then I noticed there's no thing on there. And I did play around with changing the settings so that this is actually using the computer's time, or so they say, instead of the internet. I changed some things to make these work the same way, and they didn't. So it gave me something to do tomorrow when I get back from Champaign. Make sure I don't turn off the wrong thing here.
What, you gotta go to the VA thing over there?
No, we're getting the oil changed in the car tomorrow. The place we normally take it to doesn't have anything available till next Tuesday, and if everything goes the way it should go, next week is going to be very, very hectic and very, very busy. And the last thing I want to be doing is driving 26 miles down to Effingham to get the oil changed.
Chuck Norris, Detroit equals L. Oh, speaking of clocks, Gary, I figured out why the clock is off in my truck.
Okay, I'll play Gary. Why is the clock off in your truck?
Well, I've got it on a 12-hour clock, and the time is right, but the date has been wrong part of the time. And what it is, I've got the AM and PM mixed up.
Oh.
So it's changing the day at noon instead of midnight. I just got to go and reset that part. Well, Blackwood, you said you were leaving YouTube. You're still here.
Yeah, you said something about he's not been on Facebook. I bounced him.
How do you have the AM and PM?
Well, okay, it's on a 12-hour clock, so it goes from 12 to 12 twice in a day.
Right.
And at some point when I set the time, I didn't set it correctly for the AM or PM, or I just scrolled it back to the time that was right without thinking about whether it was AM or PM.
Right. Yeah.
I noticed today at noon, I went to eat lunch with my grandson at school, and at noon, it kicked over to March 2nd, which means it thinks it was at midnight.
Right. Yep.
So all I've got to do is just back the thing around 12 hours, or go in and find out where you can manually set the AM.
Yeah, I was going to say you might be able to just change the AM to PM.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
that's easily done.
So it's just, I mean, like it used to say in all the old mainframe computer manuals when something screwed up. You look up in the old IBM manuals, every error except one I ever found said probable user error.
What was the one?
I don't remember now, but I fell out of my chair one day when I was working on something, and I look it up in the manual. It says probable system error, and I said, "What the hell?"
Yeah, but the next page was attention blank.
So
I told you to let it go and see if it flipped again.
well, it did at noon today. It switched over to March 2nd, which tells me it thought it was midnight at noon, so I'm off by 12 hours, is what it is.
Not being nasty, but I told you that last week, I think.
I think you did, but being old and of unsound mind, I had forgotten about it.
Not authorized.
I wear automatic watches, and they're all old, and you gotta go, wait a minute, what time is it? Wait, today's not Wednesday, it's the 2nd.
Yep. Nora, you have said that for the 5th time.
So the
Detroit equals hell. No, it doesn't. Even if you're lucky Jerry doesn't see that because you'd be gone.
I live 8 miles from the Detroit border. I agree with that one.
Oh, but that's Chuck Norris. You don't want to fight Chuck Norris about it.
You notice he doesn't come to Detroit, though?
He's 80 years old.
So I'm trying to create a poll to put in the stream, but it has to be a yes and no question. And what my question I said is, what direction should Ken Stout Live's channel go? That's not a yes and no question.
No, it's not. Cows have been
I have to give that some thought.
Like north, south, east, or west.
Yeah. The sixth time
Chuck
he
Norris
said it.
keeps repeating his assertion.
He'll
Yeah.
get kicked out.
Yeah.
We won't see him there anymore after tonight.
Well, I have a feeling that the name's not, well, I have a feeling that it's not his real handle anyway, so.
Yep. Did you watch Doug's thing earlier?
I did.
Yeah, where he went through all of those. I didn't get to watch all of it. I gather he figured out exactly which of the optional updates fixed his stuff.
Yeah.
And he said it was a Xeon update.
Yep.
Well, it's a chipset that is for both Xeon and i7, but I assume that also includes i9s.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, say thank you, Vern Mahoney.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris, please stop.
Yeah. Chuck Norris made his channel in 2008. And he's got 23 subscribers and 0 content.
Yeah.
Well, check mine.
I don't know what your channel is, Gary.
I don't either.
Well, how can I check it then?
Hell, I don't know what it is.
You probably don't even have one.
I think you gotta have a channel now, either, theoretically.
You have to have a channel to comment in chat, don't you?
You do.
I have.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
I mean, I have a channel and I've got subscribers and I've never produced any content and have no intention of doing so at this point.
And you have subscribers.
Or followers, whatever the hell they're called.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I mean, 2 or 3, yeah.
All right, Gary posted in there. Gary has no content, no subscribers, and his channel was created January 30th, 2020. So Greg, Rick, Alex, myself, Jeff, he can get 5 subscribers tonight. He's well on his way to 100.
Oh, I know how to do clickbait, so I can get 100 real quick.
Yeah, no doubt, but I inadvertently, accidentally did that last night. So, don't think I want to do
Clickbait?
it. Yeah, switch clickbait, whatever you want to call it.
Which would you rather see naked, her or me? Neither one are going to be there.
Man, I don't like this. I don't have any subscribers. Jesus, what the hell's wrong?
YouTube is going to kick me off for this. Click.
Yeah. Jeff's got 5 subscribers.
I don't even know where to look.
Look, click on the 3 dots and then go to channel.
Yeah, I'm at the channel. I don't know where to look. What's like? Oh, 5. I see up
Up
there.
at the top, and then you've got.
Yeah. Hey,
You joined 5 days before me.
didn't have to do a damn thing, and I got subscribers. What a world.
If you were to go into the studio, you might get lucky and know who they are.
I don't even know how to get in there. Just click on your channel. No.
No, you have to log in and then
YouTube
you
Studio.
go. Yeah, go to that, and then it gets.
Current subscribers.
Now, only if they've made their profile, I believe it's public, will you be able to see who it is.
See, I can't.
My God.
It
My son-
didn't say.
My son just joined in 2013.
I'm going to guess stealth mode asks for an email or something.
When is this?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's about the time I made my Google account. Is 2013.
Mine,
1 hour and
November.
35 minutes.
Oh, my son sent a picture of the boat that's in my dock in the backyard.
Gary, I'm no expert, but I'm thinking you might want to put that boat in water, not in your backyard. That'd be much better.
It is in the water, but it's actually not in the water because the water's ice.
It is. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's on a lift. My son has not used it all last year.
I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream, so I'm going to give shout outs to Tony Wallow, Robert, Tim, Chinese dude, or whatever his thing is, even though he's gone, Gary, Jeff, and again, Tony Wallow. Thank you guys for joining me. I will shoot again. Man, I'm going to learn to talk. I'll shoot again for early tomorrow night, and hopefully I'll have the hands on the clock. We will see. Thank you, guys. Thank you again, Tony. See you tomorrow. Stream is ending. I don't have an outro, so bye.
Bye.